Hello, everyone. If you like what I'm doing here, please consider subscribing, liking, and commenting. It would really help the channel out quite a bit. Thank you very much.
Hello, Graveyard Talkers. Well, welcome to another episode of Graveyard Talk, and I'm your host, Randy. And today, again, we are in Greenwood Cemetery for part 2 of our session here. And we had a pretty good session at the other side. We'll see exactly what they said. So if you're watching this, you've already watched that. You know whether we have a good session or not. I don't know. So each and every part of the cemetery here is unique in its own. Maybe they sold it in sections, but the other section we were in were basically a bunch of really high crypts. This particular section is more lower, with everyone seems to have a step or a stoop so that you can sit on. Let me get that back down there. I think that should do it right there. See if you can see me. Oh, you can still see my pretty face. So we're going to start the section here. We do have some people walking through here. And hopefully they decide to be courteous and turn instead of coming directly at me. But you never know. You can never tell with people. They can be pretty rude at times. So if they continue to come down here, and they are, no, I don't know if they are or not. Nope, they're not. Already, they were courteous enough to leave. And so we'll start the spirit session. My name is Randy. My dog's name is Topa. Hopefully all the spirits here like Topa. And we're happy to talk to you. We mean you no harm. We come in peace. We're only here to find out your story. If you'd like to talk to me, talk to people who are watching this, talk to family. I have 2 devices here. I have my cell phone, like a telephone. Most of you know what a telephone is, method of communication. And on it is a program that can translate your voice and send it over to this little speaker here so that I can hear you. I know some of you may not know what these devices are, but I'm sure some of your other spirits can let you know these will not harm you. They mean you no harm in any way, shape, or form. And with that, let's get started with the spirit section. I know. You see nothing. Well, I'm not sure that this is made for you to see anything, but who said they could see nothing?
They were much as
All right, so I see an RPD a little bit, a couple rows in from here. There's a J. Brannon, a Sand, a Frank. I can't read that one at all. GRY maybe? Gree? Oh, no, it says that. Well, that says at rest, so that's not a name. Gruber, Tanjo. Any of you all here would like to talk to me?
well. It's definitely like again. No. Well,
So the sun is pretty warm. Still a little chilly out. Probably close to 60 degrees. I'm sure you all are pretty happy that it's starting to get warmer out.
Easy. That goes.
Was that the Big Easy? Of course, everybody should know that New Orleans, its nickname is the Big Easy. Okay, and so I probably heard in there, I think I heard, we're with you. Who is with me from the Big Easy?
Just say there.
Heard statement. So we would like to hear a name. Somebody have a name. Somebody give us their name. So maybe we could find you. Maybe you could direct me to your resting place. This is Wade. Now, just looking around here, I don't see a Wade. Wade, where are you at? Interesting. I heard about, and then I heard somebody say, that's enough. Why won't you let Wade talk to me? I mean, you no harm to you or to Wade. I heard in there either I'm mean or he's mean. Why is that person, why is the spirit being mean? Wade, are you being prohibited from talking to me? Are you being stopped from talking to me? So I only want to hear from you. I only want to get your story. Maybe someone who's watching this, maybe a relative of yours, who's a descendant of yours who's watching this. Would it be a descendant? I have to look that up. I think descendants in the past, but anyways, maybe a living relative of yours who's watching this would like to hear from you. Maybe if Mary Ellen or Michael. I haven't heard Michael in a while. I haven't heard Michael since I left Michigan. So maybe if Mary Ellen is here, Mary Ellen or Grandma, maybe you could let them know that I come in peace. Mary Ellen, you were with me yesterday. Are you here with me today? Mary Ellen? Now, in that I heard I am. So if that was you, Mary Ellen, would you please tell the spirits here in this section of the cemetery that I mean them no harm? I'm only here to talk to them, and hopefully they would want to get their stories out. So I'm going to assume that most of you probably lived and worked in the area, New Orleans area. Of course, I don't know anything about any of you. Um, but would somebody here like to tell me what they did for a living while they were alive here down here in New Orleans? So one of the things that I enjoyed when I was down there was Carnival. And I know that there had to be a lot of you here that were on cruise. Can somebody tell me one of the cruise that they were on? And before I go back to that, that's crew, CREW, not cruise like a cruise ship. That's the group of people who maintain, build, maintain, and work on the crew on the floats uh, during Mardi Gras. So when I was here, I remember Bacchus, and I believe 1986 when I was here on Canal. I was on Canal, and Lauren Green was on that float. I forget what they call it. What they call it when they have their special dignitary on the ship on the float. But um, but I remember he was on. Of course, he passed away a year after that. Were any of you with Lauren Green on that float? Okay, we have to stop a second. Got a car going by. All righty, he's gone by. Were any of you on that float with Lauren Green? All right. So what crew were you guys in? Can you give me a name of a crew? He knows. No, I don't know. It's always great when we can get an answer that um, you can't get anywhere else. So to the spirits here, would you like to try again? I didn't hear anything. Didn't hear anything that would. Of course, I don't know all the names of the crew, but would you come through again with the crews that were out there? What crews you may have been on? All right, and Mary Ellen showed up. I heard Mary Ellen in there. Mary Ellen, thank you for showing up. Did you let them know it was okay to talk to me? Was that for heaven's sakes? Maybe that was Mary Ellen saying, for heaven's sakes, smacking her forehead, saying, you don't need my help. So I enjoy being down here. Topa enjoys being down here. I just touched Topa and she jumped. Topa's not exactly comfortable being in this cemetery. Um, Not quite sure why. She's not shaking. She was shaking at the other place. She's not shaking here. Are you all able to see my dog here? And does she bother you? Do you like her? Name. My name is Randy. My dog's name is Topo. What is your name? I did hear Michigan down there, so that would be correct if you're telling somebody where I'm from. I am from Michigan now. I heard life does change. It certainly does. All right. I don't know why people want to keep telling me they're from California. I lived in California when I was in the military. I don't want to go back to California. So, next to me here, I have my trusty little rain soaked question sheet. Question 1 through 18. 1 through 18. Any spirit out there who would like me to ask them a question that is on my sheet, please give me a number 1 through 18. All right, let's try it again. The number 1 through 18. If a spirit out there would please give me a number 1 through 18, and I'll read you a question.
We have me and
All right, I heard question 1. I heard 1. I heard 1. Let me see. Let me find it. Got to set everything down here so I can find question 1. Because I don't know where it's at. Actually, you know what? I had question 1 through 20. I lied. Question 1 through 20. All right. Question 1 is a question that I have asked before. And it's a personal question to me. Without going into detail, when I was in my 20s, I ended up getting myself a mortal enemy. I hated this man. I hated him to no end. So he is now passed on. When you and another person hate each other, and I mean really hate and despise each other, when you both have crossed over, do you continue to hate each other?
what he wanted.
So I don't know that when I cross over that, if that anger goes away, that I would want that anger to go away. And hopefully he's not wherever I am. If I go to heaven, I don't believe he will go to heaven. I don't think there's any way that if there's a heaven that he would go to heaven. But I certainly would not want to be in the same realm as he is. This earth wasn't small enough for us. And I said this earth wasn't small enough. I meant this earth wasn't big enough for the both of us to be on. Alrighty, so let's try another question. How about if we try another question? Questions 2 through 20. 2 through 20. I thought there was only 18, but when I looked at the paperwork, there were really 20. 2 through 20. Somebody give me a number 2 through 20, and let me ask you a second question.
Andy.
All right, I heard a 12 in there. Very low, but I heard a 12. Excuse me. So let me get out my trusty rain-soaked. Oh, well, this one's pretty close to my heart. So to the spirits out there, as you know, as you can see, Topa's here with me. I don't know that can be seen on camera, but Topa's right here. And Topa's always with me. Topa is a lifesaver to me. As a spirit, can you talk to dogs or cats or pets that are brought into the cemetery? Are you able to talk to them? Can they see you? All right, I had that down low. Hopefully it comes through. I thought I heard no doubt about it. Because I think it's real important that we know that dogs and cats are pets after we go, that we're still able to see them and visit them. And hopefully, when we cross over and their time has come and they cross over, or they cross over before us, whatever the case may be, that we're able to be reunited with them. I think that's what most people who are animal lovers would like. So I heard if they want to. So I'm assuming if you want to. So I'm assuming if I want to, that dogs or cats would be if they want to as well. Would that be correct? And so when your dogs become spirits and are on the other side, are they equal to us or are they still dogs and cats? I I heard they're special and unique. So that would tell me that they're not a human spirit, but there's some type of spirits that's special and unique.
So, no.
All right, is there somebody else here who would like to talk to us, have a question that they would like to ask us? Very, very quiet here. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to let the speaker box run for about a minute or so. Set everything down here. Alrighty, and with that, we'll call this an end to the session. We'll go through it and see what we heard, and hopefully we have a lot of good stuff come through. And as I always say, if you're here to listen to me, you're here for the wrong reason. We're here to listen to what the spirits have to say and what's coming through from them to us. What I say is not important, but what they say is. So I appreciate that you watched another one. And if you like what I'm doing here on the Graveyard Talking channel, I would appreciate you liking the video, commenting on the video, and of course, if you haven't done so, car coming. And if you haven't done so, little man nod there. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel. I can't make this channel any better without you. I enjoy doing this. I don't often get away from Michigan to do it, but I enjoy doing this. I thought you might like something a little bit different being down here in New Orleans. We're going to hit at least one more cemetery. I think we're going to go back to Metairie Cemetery and do a little bit more in Metairie Cemetery. It was raining the other day when we were there. But anyways, I appreciate you being here. Thanks again, and we'll see you on the next one.